Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Or maybe you're having a hard time recalling a word or a name that you know you should remember. It can be frustrating, right? As we get older, it's natural to experience these little lapses in memory. But here's the good news: you don't have to accept memory loss as a normal part of aging. There are simple, effective habits you can incorporate into your daily routine that can help preserve your memory and even improve it. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple habits you can start today to protect your brain and avoid memory loss after 60. These habits aren't about quick fixes or miracle cures. They're about building a foundation for a sharper, healthier mind that can last for years to come. So, whether you're noticing small lapses or you're just looking to keep your mind in top shape, these tips are for you. Let's start with the first habit: staying active. Now, you might be wondering, how does being active help my memory? It's a great question. When we think about staying active, we usually think about our physical health, strengthening muscles, improving flexibility, and boosting heart health. But did you know that regular physical exercise is just as important for your brain as it is for your body? Exercise, especially aerobic activity like walking, swimming, or cycling, increases the blood flow to your brain. This enhanced circulation means more oxygen and nutrients are delivered to your brain cells, which helps them function more effectively. And when your brain gets what it needs to thrive, your memory gets a big boost. Studies have shown that regular exercise can help stimulate the growth of new brain cells, especially in areas of the brain that control memory and learning. It can even slow down the age-related shrinkage of the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for storing memories. You don't have to run a marathon or do intense workouts. In fact, even just 30 minutes a day of moderate exercise can make a significant difference. If that feels like too much, don't worry. Start with smaller steps. Try a 10-minute walk after dinner, or take the stairs instead of the elevator. As you get more comfortable, you can increase the duration or intensity. The key is consistency. Regular activity, no matter how simple, will benefit both your body and your mind. Now, let's talk about the second habit: eating brain-boosting foods. You've probably heard the saying, "You are what you eat." And that couldn't be more true when it comes to your brain. Just like your body needs fuel to function, your brain needs the right nutrients to stay sharp and healthy. There are certain foods that are packed with the nutrients your brain craves, and including them in your diet can go a long way in preventing memory loss. For example, omega-3 fatty acids found in fish like salmon and sardines are known to help support brain health. They play a key role in maintaining the structure of brain cells and are linked to improved memory and cognitive function. If you don't eat fish, you can also get omega-3s from plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Another food group to focus on is antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables. These foods, like berries, spinach, and kale, help protect your brain from oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which can contribute to memory decline. Blueberries, in particular, are a powerhouse for brain health. They're packed with anthocyanins, which have been shown to improve memory and cognitive function. In addition, whole grains, like oats, quinoa, and brown rice, provide a steady supply of energy to your brain, keeping it alert and focused. And don't forget about nuts and seeds. They're great sources of vitamin E, which has been linked to a reduced risk of cognitive decline. So, the next time you're planning your meals, think about how you can incorporate more brain-boosting foods. Maybe start with adding a handful of walnuts to your salad or having a side of roasted vegetables with your dinner. But eating the right foods isn't just about including the right things, it's also about avoiding the wrong ones. Highly processed foods, filled with sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats, can increase inflammation in the brain and contribute to cognitive decline over time. So, while the occasional treat is fine, try to focus on nourishing your body and brain with wholesome, nutrient-dense foods. Now that we've covered staying active and eating brain-boosting foods, let's move on to the third habit: getting enough sleep. It might seem like a no-brainer, but sleep is one of the most important things you can do to protect your memory. When you sleep, your brain goes into cleanup mode, clearing out toxins and consolidating memories. It's during sleep that your brain processes the information you've learned throughout the day and stores it in long-term memory. Without adequate sleep, this process gets disrupted, making it harder to remember things and learn new information. As we get older, many people struggle with sleep, whether it's falling asleep, staying asleep, or just not feeling rested when they wake up. But there are simple steps you can take to improve your sleep quality. First, try to establish a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock and improves the quality of your sleep. It's also important to create a sleep-friendly environment. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet, ideally without any screens or bright lights that can interfere with your body's natural sleep cycle. You might also want to incorporate a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading a book or doing some gentle stretches, to help signal to your body that it's time to wind down. If you're having trouble staying asleep, consider limiting caffeine and alcohol intake, especially in the afternoon and evening. Both can interfere with your sleep patterns and disrupt your ability to get a restful night's sleep. Instead, try drinking a warm, caffeine-free beverage like chamomile tea before bed to help calm your mind. The bottom line is this: sleep is essential for memory. Without it, your brain can't function at its best. So, prioritize rest as part of your daily routine, and you'll see the benefits in your memory and overall health. Now that we've covered the first 3 habits, staying active, eating the right foods, and getting enough sleep, let's pause here. So far, we've learned how these simple lifestyle changes can help keep your brain sharp and your memory intact. But there's more to come. In the next part of this video, we'll explore 2 more powerful habits that can make a world of difference in preventing memory loss. Stay with me and I'll share how these last 2 habits can help complete your memory-boosting toolkit. Let's dive into the next 2 habits that can make a huge difference in keeping your memory sharp and helping prevent memory loss as you age. These habits are all about giving your brain the support it needs to thrive. So, let's start with the 4th habit: keeping your brain engaged. As we age, it's easy to fall into a routine where we do the same things every day with little variety. While this can feel comforting, it doesn't necessarily stimulate the brain in ways that it needs to stay sharp. One of the best ways to maintain your memory and cognitive function is to challenge your brain regularly. Just like your body needs exercise to stay strong, your brain needs mental exercise to stay healthy. The good news is brain exercises don't have to be complicated or overwhelming. Simple activities such as doing puzzles, reading, learning a new skill, or even engaging in a stimulating conversation can provide the mental workout your brain needs. Think about it: how often do you sit down to solve a crossword puzzle or try a Sudoku? These activities are fantastic for exercising your brain and keeping it active. But there's more you can do beyond just puzzles. Learning new things is another excellent way to engage your brain. Whether it's picking up a new hobby like painting, learning to play a musical instrument, or even taking an online class, challenging yourself to learn something new helps create new neural pathways in your brain. These new pathways are essential for memory and cognitive function. Even something as simple as changing up your routine can provide a mental boost. Take a different route when you go for a walk, try cooking a new recipe, or start a new project you've never done before. The variety in your day-to-day life forces your brain to think in new ways and keeps it from becoming too complacent. You'd be surprised how much of a difference these little changes can make in your overall brain health. Engaging your brain is key to preventing memory decline and keeping it sharp. The more active and involved you keep your mind, the more prepared it will be to handle new information and retain memories. So, make it a priority to incorporate brain-engaging activities into your routine. It's an enjoyable way to exercise your mind while reaping the rewards of improved memory. Now, let's move on to the 5th and final habit: managing stress. Stress is something that we all deal with, especially as we age. It could come from a variety of sources: family matters, health concerns, financial pressures, or even just the general ups and downs of life. But what many people don't realize is that chronic stress has a significant impact on your memory and cognitive health. When you're stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, which in small amounts is perfectly fine. But when cortisol levels are elevated for extended periods, such as when you're constantly under stress, it can interfere with your brain's ability to form new memories and retrieve existing ones. Stress can also lead to problems like anxiety and depression, which further contribute to cognitive decline and memory loss. The good news is that you have the power to reduce stress and protect your brain. One of the best ways to do this is through relaxation techniques. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and progressive muscle relaxation can all help lower your stress levels and give your brain the chance to recharge. You don't need to sit for hours in silence to meditate. Just a few minutes a day of mindful breathing can help calm your mind and reduce the impact of stress on your body. If meditation or deep breathing isn't your thing, you could also try yoga or even regular stretching. These practices are wonderful for relieving tension in the body and mind. They not only reduce stress but also improve your physical health, which, as we know, is crucial for maintaining cognitive function. Another effective way to manage stress is by focusing on building positive social connections. Spending time with friends and family, joining social clubs, or participating in group activities can provide emotional support and reduce feelings of isolation or loneliness, which are common stress triggers. Feeling connected to others not only helps alleviate stress but also improves your mood, both of which contribute to better memory and brain health. You might also want to consider limiting stressors in your life when possible. For example, if there are certain activities or people who consistently cause you stress, see if there's a way to avoid or minimize their impact on your life. Learning to set healthy boundaries and say no when needed can go a long way in reducing stress and keeping your mind in a positive, focused state. Taking care of your mental and emotional health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Managing stress and finding ways to relax will not only help improve your memory but also contribute to a better quality of life overall. Remember, stress might feel like an inevitable part of life, but there are practical steps you can take to manage it effectively and keep your brain healthy. At this point, we've covered the 4 habits that can help keep your memory sharp: staying active, eating brain-boosting foods, getting enough sleep, and keeping your brain engaged. Plus, we've talked about how managing stress is the final piece of the puzzle in protecting your memory and preventing cognitive decline. But there's one more thing to consider: the power of consistency. As we get older, it's easy to get discouraged or feel like the changes we're making aren't having an impact. But consistency is key. Even if you don't see dramatic improvements overnight, stick with these habits, and over time you'll notice positive changes. Your brain will thank you, and you'll feel sharper, more focused, and more confident in your memory. One of the most important things to keep in mind is that these habits aren't just quick fixes, they're lifelong habits that you can continue to build upon as you age. There's no magic pill or overnight solution, but with time, these simple habits will add up and the results will be evident in your improved memory and overall brain health. As we wrap up, I encourage you to take these habits to heart and start making small changes today. Whether you're adding a brisk walk to your daily routine, trying out a crossword puzzle, or simply making time for more relaxation, every step you take will help keep your memory sharp and your brain healthy for years to come. Remember, you don't have to accept memory loss as a natural part of aging. By incorporating these 5 simple habits into your daily life, you can continue to keep your mind active, sharp, and ready for whatever the future holds. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found these tips helpful. If you've tried any of these habits or have your own memory-boosting strategies, feel free to share them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on how to live your healthiest, happiest life at any age. Keep those memories strong and take care.